headed out to Lake Tahoe to meet with Stephanie Gardner from Salomon. Salomon has been a customer for several years now and is sponsoring the Broken Arrow Skyrace, one of the largest trail running events in the country.
We just took off from Salt Lake City, Utah, where we're located. One of my largest clients, Salomon, ski company, trail running shoes, things like that. So we're on the way to one of their largest events to where they'll be using lots of our products. And really we're just going to strengthen that relationship, do some video, celebrate them and our relationship with them. And nothing says, a partnership like getting out and experiencing things. Should be fun.
After a long 9-hour drive, we made it to Tahoe. We checked into our hotel, grabbed some food by the lake, and finally got some sleep.
We're here in beautiful Lake Tahoe at the ski resort. We're shooting here with one of our most favorite clients, Salomon. Just a great company sponsoring a great race in the trail running world. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. Also, this is just a series we have going on where we're really featuring our clients and how they use their stuff at their events and how we can help them most and be the best company we can be. If you want to be next, check us out. We'd love to work with you. We'd love to help your business grow, help you get noticed. That's our motto. We want to get you noticed and stand out from the crowd, just like Salomon does here at this beautiful resort.
Broken Arrow Skyrace is a weekend-long trail race event. This morning we had the VK, which is a vertical kilometer, ends on top of the mountain. And then we had something called the Iron Face Challenge, which is just crazy. It goes straight up the face of the mountain over here. We have the rest of the weekend, we've got a 46K, a 23K, and an 11K. So a pretty full weekend of races. When I think of marketing and being in the field, having this really large footprint and having this super premium, consistent look and feel at our races really just starts at that top of the funnel. So it's brand awareness, and we have thousands of racers here, and then their support crew this weekend, that people, maybe they've never heard of Salomon or they've seen Salomon as a ski brand, because that's a huge thing for us. It's oh, I have Salomon skis, but then maybe they're what's Salomon doing at a trail race? A lot of the time at races like this is the first experience some of these people will have with our brand, and then to have it look this good is just phenomenal.
After talking with Stephanie, we took a walk around the village to check out some of the other vendors.
I'm Victor Ballesteros, and my company is Victory Sport Design. We make gear bags and that are you can change the composition, really super organized. I came up with the idea about 13 years ago when I was running Western States. We just started at events, and then we opened up our own website. What we get out of coming to the events is just simply seeing people. We get more sales to come after the event, so people come and they're oh, I've seen pictures of these, but I've never actually been able to dig into it. That's one of the it's difficult to really capture on in an image what really is going on here.
I'm James, I'm from Method 7. We're a company been around about 10 years. We got our start balancing light in indoor grow rooms. But then one day we're well, geez, we're all runners. We should see if we can improve on a running lens, which is what we've done here today. So Method 7 really, the whole event structure is how we're connecting with our customers. I mean, the days of retail stores, especially for products that are this niche and specific, is really not the sweet spot. If you go to an event, you can actually get hand-to-hand combat with people. You can talk to people, get them to try them on, try on the product. So it's been extremely important for us over the past 11 years to find events that are niche to our products, meet the customers, and develop the brand through that way. So that is the primary motivation. And of course, e-commerce follows that, but nothing substitutes for going to an event and being there and meeting your customers one-on-one for product development, for sales, and just making that connection and building a culture with your company and your customers.
Before long, it was time for us to catch up with Stephanie. She had a few minutes to meet at the finish line while we waited for the first round of runners to finish. The finish line for this race was on the top of the mountain, just a gondola ride and 2-mile hike from the village.
We're on top of a mountain in Tahoe, California. We're at the Broken Arrow Skyrace. So this is a 3-day event, but the race director and I actually say that this event is 365 days a year. We work on it, it seems like every day, between all the different vendors that come out, the thousands of athletes that toe the line, the hundreds of flags and things that go into that, on top of getting product, people, making sure everything's dialed. It's really just like 365 days a year we're working on this event. And we have 5 of these races in North America that we just have to keep showing up better every year and do something more, like every year we try to do something unique and just have a more spectacular look on site. So the number one thing I've learned in working in events for so long is that the people, like the experience that the people are going to have is the most important. Even if I can cross all the T's and dot the I's on the back end of what I'm supposed to be doing, if we show up on site and just it kind of tanks, those consumers aren't having a great experience. So really putting that consumer lens on and thinking of the participants and the experience they're having has really helped me bring these tier 1 super elevated events to life. This race alone requires 20 pop-up tents. I don't even know now, I've lost count of how many flags, how many tabletops, table covers. And there's certain years there's maybe 50 vendors here, and there's only a certain amount of ways you can do a 10 by 10 tent. But when I met with Strike, there were all these unique ideas on how we could show up on site. So now we've got inflatables, and we've got big inflatable columns. Our arches are next level. Everything just looks so much better than any other vendor in the village. We had a lot of tents out in the field that we had the same logo for so many years, and so we'd have tents out in the field that were sun shaded and different fabrics and stuff. And then we just did a hard reset and went with Strike and ordered event assets and all of these event kits for our field employees across North America, and just to have that consistency, whether you go to a race of ours in New York or if you come to one in California, they look and feel the same. So all of our branding is also black tents with white logos. We don't have a flashy red tent. We don't have some of the other vendors in the village have all these bright colors that they can lean on, but our logo and our branding is all black with white logo, and it doesn't give us a lot of creativity there, but then the actual pieces that we get from Strike let us be a little more unique and a little more creative with the way we show up. So that's been really how we have to lean into that. Basically just sent Strike a spreadsheet of how many people we had in the field and what we needed them to have. And then I feel the next update I heard was, your things are shipping, here's tracking. I didn't have to do anything. So I didn't have to do a lot. It was really easy, really seamless. It's always been I email Matt and I get an email back from either you or someone who's helping you out with their emails within, I'd say 6 hours max. Which is just unheard of lately. I'll go days without hearing back from other partners that we have, but just really easy to work with. Even just coming into this race, like I mentioned, we need 20 tents, and on Monday we had 17. So I basically was scrambling, texting Matt and saying I need 4 more tents in 2 days. Can you do that for me? And he came through.
We want to thank Stephanie for allowing us to drop in on their incredible event. We're grateful to work with such an amazing company like Salomon. If you'd like your company to be featured on a future episode of Under the Tent, or just want to learn more about Strike and our products, we'd love to chat. shoot us a message on social media or contact us through our website.